C10 update. Hello, people. Sitting at home. Had to go rescue a friend of mine in one of the wreckers, and got home, decided that I was going to work on my Intellitronics digital dash. I picked this up about 6-8 months ago for this project. So what I'm doing is I'm repinning or pinning the plug-in, and I'll show you this. These things they just come with the wires coming out. They just come with them just sticking out of the back like that. And there's instructions, there's a wiring harness and all that stuff. So what I did was I went down to my local terminal store today, wiring store, E&G terminal, and picked up some Deutsch connectors. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in and see if you can see it. See, 12-pin connector. There it is right there. You can see it. There you go. So you go down and get yourself a connector like that, a 12-pin. And they come like this. You have to tear them off and then put them on the wire and connect them. So we got that. That is the male end that I put on the console or the gauge cluster. And I'll flip it over here in a second. I'll show you. So this basically is going to house the turn signals. There's a power. There is the oil gauge. Gas gauge is actually right here. So I believe that's the gas gauge. And then this is the power and the ground that I'm going to plug those in separately. So, but the main, on a 12-pin connector, I got 11 pins wired. See in the back there. So I got 11 pins that are wired, which covers all the Intellitronics. And then I got the other, here's the female part of the Deutsch connector. And then unshielded butt connectors. I like these. They work just as well soldering. I was going to solder the ends, but basically you take these and you crimp them as long as you get a good crimp. And then shrink wrap over these when you get it plugged into the loom. And I wanted to do this. It'll just plug right in like that. So when you go back, you pull the dash out, you can just unplug it. I wanted to do this because the factory one is plugged in as well. It goes to the circuit board. So I wanted a way to disconnect it. And then these will just be connectors on their own, when I get those done. And then the only other thing that I have, and then I believe the GPS module, I got it wired in here too. But I wanted to do that just so you didn't have all these single plug butt connectors everywhere. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I'm going to update the gauges, and let me flip this thing over, kind of show you what I'm working with here. So pretty neat little thing. Hopefully it works really well. So there's the Intellitronics dash that's going in the C10. So I'll have all my gauges. I'll have volts. I'll have fuel, temperature, oil. Then you got a tachometer. There's a clock up there, and then that'll be the speedo. And then I got the GPS speedo. So that'll be wired in as well. Excuse me. So that's what I'm working on tonight, just the little stuff. So that is coming along. I was hoping to get it in tonight or start on the wiring on the truck side, but I'm going to start on that tomorrow night because tomorrow morning I got to get bright and early and fix a spring on one of my tow trucks. Broke a spring tonight. Anyway, or earlier, who knows when it happened. But yeah, that's my update. Anyway, peace out.